Hello and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so these are 24 by 24 Brazilian slates. So I'm going to teach you how to gauge. So if you watch my videos, you know that I always use a dummy line. In this case, I'm going to use 2 dummy lines plus a third one that's going to run into the laundry room. So what I'm doing is putting my square, and I'm going to see if my line from wall to wall is going to be true. So I'm just going to chalk my dummy line. And sorry, it's a little loud in here as well. There's some carpenters doing some work. All right, so I'm going to take my tape measure and measure from that wall. And I'm going to take my measure on the other wall and see how much I'm off. I think I might be about a ½ inch off. So at the front, take that measurement, don't touch that front line, and then just go to the back and then put that measurement at the back as well, the same mark from the front. So we're gonna get my chalk line again and we'll try this again. And we're gonna put it on that mark where it's ½ inch off, and we'll strike that line, and that'll be my good line. Okay. Make another measurement. Seems pretty good. All right, there we go. So I'm not doing the showers in here. Okay, we're just gonna grab that square. So I'm doing the showers in here, and they want to center everything with the shower. So we're gonna have to most likely do a cut at the door, but I'm gonna try 2 different ways. So I'm gonna put my square on that good line. Always make sure you put an X on the bad line, the first chalk line, so you don't follow that one. So what we're gonna do is we square that up on the good line, the dummy line. And I'm just gonna grab a few tiles just to weigh down my chalk line. All right. Remember, always check 3-4 times. Make sure that everything's nice and square. And we're gonna see on that back wall where you see that sheetrock, the white sheetrock there, we're gonna take a measurement and make sure that we're square from that as well. Okay, so we're gonna just chalk line this dummy line as well. All right. Just set those tiles aside. You're going to need them. So in this case, what I do is I grab a tile and I put it full on the outside of the shower, and I kind of just guide it to see what my alignment is going to be. See, as you can see, I'm checking my wall. And just I want to see what the fold cuts are going to be in the corner. So I'm going to adjust the center of that shower as well as the floor. So what I'm doing here is see how I'm just putting some tile up there. I'm using actually a tape measure. It's 23.5, these tiles. So I just want to make sure that no tiles are going to be wasted. In this case, I got lucky because there is going to be a fold cut using the same tile in the corner. So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my center line of this shower, and I'm just going to divide that by 2, and I'll get my center. And we'll just see where we're at with that. I'm just going to turn my phone around so I can get a little bit better. It's a little hard to see. All right, there we go. Put my cheaters on as well. So I'm just checking to see with the joint on that center line. And I'll measure that and see where I'm at. I would like to start with a full curb. I always like doing a full at the curb because then on the side walls, on the outside shower, it will be full from the top to the bottom. So I'm going to use that dummy line to see where that calculation is. And we'll see how that will work out. I already know the answer, but we're not going to have a full at the front entrance of that bathroom. This is a laundry room as well. To your left, there's another opening, so there's a laundry room in there as well. So we're just going to take our measurement from that mark of that full tile that I did on that center line. I'm just going to lay out just a few and see what it's going to be towards the door. What I'm going to start doing, guys, is explaining everything on the job site instead of recording this way. So I'm trying to get better at this. But I'm a pretty busy guy, so I'm doing a big house right now. Okay, there we go. See how I'm got some few laid out over there. Let's see if I can get a better position there. See how I'm on my one dummy line there? I just want to see what it's going to be. Then I'll make all the adjustments for that. And make sure you use your spacers as well. I use a 1/16 spacer. And just lay it out dry following on that dummy line. Gauging always takes a long time. So, okay, there we go. So that'll be one way. And you see that tile right there that I just put in there dry? There will be a cut there, but I'm going to try another situation to see if it would fit better. So I'm just gonna take a measurement too from that door to that tile there. Let's see what I got. I believe this would be the better option. This has been, I think I did this 3 weeks ago. Right now I'm doing a pretty big job for NHL player. Sometimes I do NHL players. I have 5 under my belt. Buffalo Bills, Hamilton Ticats. So unfortunately I don't follow hockey or sports anymore, but I got a nice gift too though from a hockey player. He signed an official hockey stick for me, which is great. So I'm gonna put that aside somewhere. Okay. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this tile into half, and I'm going to try another way. So I'm going to put that center mark on that tile, and I'm going to put it on the other line, on the center line where I marked by that shower there. And we'll see, maybe I might get a larger format tile at the doorway, the entranceway. So let's just lay that dry right on that center line. We'll divide that by 2, and then we'll mark that. And we're gonna use my dummy line and get the calculations for that. I'm just checking side to side walls to see if I'm close or dead on. Okay. See how I'm always checking? So I'm just going to mark that and see from that edge of that tile to my dummy line. And then I'm going to transfer that same dimension on the other side of the dummy line. Okay. Now I'm just going to see what I've got. By the looks of it, it'll be a shortcut at the doorway, so we probably won't use that. We'll use the first dry set. So I'm just marking, instead of laying it out, I'm just marking it out every 23.5 all the way to the door. So I'm just going to move this camera for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll keep going along. Yeah. So it would have to be a 3 or 4 inch cut at the doorway. So we're gonna stay away from that one, guys, and we're gonna use the first dry set. All right. So we're gonna put my tile back on that center line of the edge, And this actually works out better for the shower because it's a full fold cut on the back corner, and there won't be any waste when you do the shower. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm not doing the shower. I'm just here to help out with the floors. The father-in-law is going to do the showers. Very nice man. We're going to take that measurement, and we're just going to take that onto the dummy line, and we're just going to see. You notice how I didn't chalk another line. I just used a dry mark as I was going along when I got that 2-3 inch cut. So all right, here we go. So I'm just gonna get some weight, and we're just gonna check that out, strike that line. I'm learning how to cut videos so I can make them shorter. So I think I could have cut some of this stuff down a little bit better, but I promise I'll do that the next time. Okay. All right, so this will be my starting line as well. So you're going one from the door to the jacuzzi, the tub, and one from the shower to the tub. So that's our 2 strike lines. That will be our good line, but you're gonna start from the door, okay guys? You're gonna do a cut at the door, and then work your way back where it's gonna end up being a full at the shower curb there. See, I'm just marking that so I don't follow that line. Okay, now I'm just gonna lay out full at that shower curb. Okay, because that's where we want a full there. Remember, use your spacers depending on what size you want. If you want to use clip wedges, by all means, use clip wedges. I had to do some straightening out in here, so for some reason it was dipping on that back wall towards the jacuzzi, but then it kind of kicked up back to its normal height. So okay, so I laid 2 dry tiles. I'm going to mark that. We're not going to use that line now. That's my dummy line. So I'm going to put one more tile here. And then I'm going to mark that tile. And we'll take a measurement from that to the dummy line. And we'll string it all the way from the back to the front entrance door to the bathroom. Two of the things that take long is gauging and starting your first course. I am a bricklayer, so you know, always that first course. So we're gonna use that line. Always that first course on a house bricking. It takes a lot of time, but when you get 2, 3, 4 courses, you really start flying. In this case, you do with tiles. You do the first course. You take that and you start leveling everything, and you start flying. It's no different. So I'm gonna take that measurement to the good dummy line. Now we're just going to go to the front and take that same dimension and mark that front dummy line. Remember, don't put it on the bad dummy line. That first strike of the video was... All right. Side. Always remember, take that measurement when you have that dry cut. Take that measurement so you know what cut you got to make there. I believe it was a 16-inch or 18-inch cut at that front doorway. So just always remember that, okay? I forgot to tell you that. So you are going to cut 16 or 18-inch that was at that doorway. So we'll just put some weight on that. And we're going to chalk line that. Excuse me. All right. And that's going to be my starting line. So the edge of my tiles are going to run all the way down to that line, and I should hit where the shower is. I'm going to hit that same line as well. Okay. I know it sounds difficult, but it isn't, guys. And we'll just mark that, and we're not going to use that line. Okay. I'll bring this camera back to its position there. Now, you always put your tile edge. It's a half-inch tile edge, titanium. And you always put on the edge of that 2x4. Because by the time they do their casing and everything, it's going to split the difference between the hardwood and your tile. In this case, your house would probably have casing and everything, but the builders that I do, they always leave that casing off, which is the proper way. Okay, see the arrow? So they want to go with the veins one way. Second, we're going to go back. Third, up, so we never hit the same tile. Okay, I did a short time lapse, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay 3/4 inch from that door because it's 3/4 inch hardwood, the height. And I'm going to do a run from that all the way to that secondary chalk line. You see how on that second course I have another line? I put my square on that and I strike another line because I'm going to have to go in there. So just make sure the first course is straight. Just take your time with it and put your level, and best of luck. Please like, share, and subscribe.